Arielle, of course, on Saturday, as we know, there was a brawl at the Grambling State versus Bethune Cookman game. And it led to 9 players being ejected. It led to 27 total players being suspended by the SWAC. And then both Bethune Cookman as well as Grambling State got a hefty fine. Grambling State, you got, I think, $40,000. Bethune Cookman, $25,000. It has dominated the discourse when it's come to this game and also when it comes to HBCU football. Let me say this real quick about the fight. I wrote a whole editorial about it, so I will be brief and I will direct them to that editorial. I need us as Black folks, when something happens to Black folks or to an individual Black person or to a group of Black people or to a Black organization or a Black athletic program or even an HBCU, a single HBCU, that is not an indictment of all Black people, of all HBCUs. Just because there was a fight against Grambling State and Bethune Cookman does not mean that all HBCUs out here fighting. Just because there was a fight with Fort Valley and Central State does not mean that Fort Valley is a horrible institution, that Central State is a horrible institution, nor is it an indictment on all HBCU football programs at all levels. What Cam Newton said on his show was erroneous. What DeSean Jackson, for some reason, said on his show, why is DeSean Jackson talking about the SWAC at this point? You got bigger fish to fry, I would think, is erroneous. DeSean Jackson says they look like, what I saw growing up with the gangs fighting. They look like they hate each other, and it shows how ghetto we can be. DeSean Jackson, ghetto? Cam Newton, it set us back. Fire Mickey Joseph. Really, Cam? You just slapped the mascot. Be quiet. Anyway, my thing is that this is within the microcosm of the game because we can't get around that fight because it affects what's on the field. But what's happening off the field is a broader perception war of us using one single thing to minimize Black folks. And I hate that because that fight is not indicative of what Delaware State does, of what Jackson State is going to do in this game against Bethune Cookman. It's not indicative. And it was even hard for me to look at this game and pick this game after the fight and realizing that you got to talk about that because you got 9 players from Bethune Cookman that are not going to be playing. But you lose 9 players and you got that hanging over you, and folks saying that this shows how ghetto Black folks can be. And this fight set us back. And I know that Grambling got the brunt of it because of what Mickey Joseph was saying about disrespect. But Bethune Cookman was also a part of that, and they got a hefty fine, and you lose 9 players.
It's unfortunate to it's one fight. You guys are acting like these other teams that have rich fields and have fines, other SEC teams that have had brawls on the field this season. It's not ghetto. It's just in the momentum of the game. Like they're releasing stress, but as soon as a group of Black people do it, and you already don't think of HBCUs highly. We are already at the bottom tier anyway. And it's amazing to me because half of these reporters and these analysts come from HBCUs. Yet you talk so badly about them. And we can't even get the people that we're trying to bring into our space to say anything positive or have any kind of enlightenment on what's going on in this situation. So to your point, yes, none of them spoke highly about us, but you're still going to want people to see the great side when you're not even representing yourself.